Are you ready? Mm-hmm. You can start?
Always. Always ready.
Okay, guys.
Oh, I'm not ready.
Yeah, you're
not
ready.
ready.
You're the
Oh, I'm
only
not
one.
ready.
The most serious guy.
Okay.
With the bottle, but the most serious.
Alright.
Okay, it seems that a lot of things are happening since last April, and that things are going really fast for Venom Inc. by now. So, can you tell us how it happened to be back together and to have all those shows planned for this year and next year?
Yeah.
Oh, me! I think you're asking him. Yeah, we got invited by, or I got invited by Oliver Weisenheimer to do the Keep It True festival with these guys. It was only to do maybe, I don't know, 4 songs or 5 songs. Would I do it? Would we play some Venom songs? And I was like, yeah, of course, why not? Why wouldn't you do that? And we went over to do that, and in the time that we played those few songs, and we came off stage and everybody was having a good time, and his telephone just fucking lit up with fucking invites to play here, play there, play Toulouse, play everywhere. And there was this whole tour of Europe, and then the Far East came in, and then South America, then North America, then everywhere saying that they want gigs. And we were just, it was a case of so many people wanted us to play. It was the same with the name. The band, we batted a few ideas about. The band was going to be called Iron and Steel, and everybody said, no, this is fucking Venom. It's like there's 2 members of the original Venom. You're playing these songs that you wrote together. What the fuck? This is Venom. And it's like, well, this thing has got a life of its own. But this thing in 1982, 1980 had a thing of its own. This thing will always just do what it does. It will always snowball, it will always bounce off things, and it will always create fucking havoc. And it's just doing now what it did then. And I know that. I felt it then and I feel it now. It feels exactly the same. That gig felt like a fucking rehearsal in Newcastle in 1983, and it feels the same. And it smells the same, and why stop that? If somebody wants us to go and play, we'll go and play.
I mean, we're being quite spoilt because last night we played Barcelona, it was fucking packed, and they were fucking crazy. And, you know, Paris was slammed, that was crazy. You know, London was slammed, that was crazy. Baroque Festival, you know, the reception was fucking incredible. So, we've been kind of spoilt, you know, so when you know, when I guess it's like, we're not quite sure how people are reacting because, like Tony says, you know, the original Venom thing was never controlled. It just exploded and happened, and nobody ever had a handle on it. That's why the 3 members and the things just fucking happened and didn't happen, and people were like, what the fuck happens to Venom? It's like not like a normal band. It goes, fucks off, comes back together, slams into itself and fucks off again. It's just chaos. It's
that's exactly what's happening now. It's exactly the same.
If you try and control it, if you try and direct it, you can still do good albums, you know. You can still, you know, present a stage show. You can do all of that. We've got no pyros, we've got no fucking backdrop, we're not carrying anything. The only reason there was anything up there tonight was because he had a fucking USB key, you can put it up a backdrop. We've been playing just us, on the stage, black, no bullshit, no fucking nothing, just the music, just the fans and us. And I think that's the point. It's transcending all the gimmick or anything else. It's just how pure is the music. How did you feel that first time you fucking heard Venom? What did it do to you? What did those songs do to you? It's the same thing it did to me, same thing it did to them, you know, on that first reaction. That's what we're going for, the purity of just that experience, you know, and that's what we're doing. And maybe we've hit on that as being, it's not a gimmick, we didn't plan it, we're not trying to do anything with it, we're just letting it happen, and that's the beauty of it. Just like it was, you know, it just happens, and that was always the beauty of Venom. It just happened, you know. It isn't fucking Iron Maiden with like jetliners and 15 wagons and all that bullshit and fucking sitting in a goddamn hotel going, yeah, I'll sign one and not all that shit. Charging like fucking 60 fucking bucks for a photograph, or, you know, waiting half an hour till the guy at the back has had 20 fucking albums he's saved since he's been 12, and he gets to the front and gets told to fuck off. It's not. It's us 3 standing outside talking to everybody that we can, where we should be getting a shower, where we've just done a fucking show, where we've got to leave to get to the next venue, spending our time with people. because people are driving the machine, you know, and it's about people. The music is about people. So I'll stand there, as he's done, as Mantis has done, for fucking 20 hours if it takes till everybody's got everything that they need. Everything's been signed, they're all happy that they've had their piece of time. Because it's just time, isn't it? It's just time. You know, 5 minutes to someone to say, hi, can I get a picture? Absolutely. When this guy may have had one opportunity to see him in his whole fucking life, and he wants to go, now fuck off, we've got to go somewhere. No, you can't do that. And that's again the purity of the fans, the Venom fans, the loyalty of the fans, and how they've been inspired by the music. And you know, that's what we're about. Just that, just the fans, the music, and the soul of the whole thing, really.
So I think that's answered every question you've got. Goodbye.
Brilliant, excellent. Yeah. I mean, Mum says hello.
Okay. A lot of people were talking about this lineup, telling that it was the early...
Been the best thing I've ever heard in my life, and just glad
almost that, yeah.
Oh, there was that as well. Were they?
The early 90s lineup, but it's a bit forgetting about the rhythm guitar player, Al Barnes. Did you had in mind to call him back for this reunion?
We didn't put this band together. See, Oliver did for the Keep It True thing. So if he'd rang Al and said, will you and Tony get on a plane together, and Al had turned up to play the stuff, yeah, why not? We didn't decide to get together, somebody else put it together, not us.
Yeah, I think
if you say, would we have rang Al, that's a different question. Would we have rang him to say, do you want to do the primeval version of this? That's a different question, which we haven't even considered. Because somebody else put it together, we just went with it. We didn't leave him out, we didn't blank him.
I suppose that's right, you're right.
It just wasn't our decision, it was just, that's what Oliver did. We did 10 minutes on stage, 20 minutes on stage, we came off, the phone lit up. We just then went to the next place, which happened to be fucking China, I think. And then the next, and now we're here. Nothing to do with Al, nothing against Al, this is how it's happened.
And you know, we were in one place getting called to go to Montreal. We were in Italy, and then the next day I was like, you've got 2 days, do you think you could get to Heavy Montreal Festival in Italy, where, you know, Slipknot called and everybody was on it? It was like, okay, yeah, why not? So then we get there, and then they go, right, you've got to get back because we've got the first European dates, so you need to get, it's like, well, all right, okay, and we start doing that, and they go, right, we're announcing the North American days. It's like, fucking hell. So, you know, the only days off we've got are travel days, you know, and we're old men.
These guys got a gig with Empire in fucking...
Zurich.
In Zurich, on the night of the day that they also play a gig in fucking... Where are you?
Well, you have to go... Well,
Belgium.
Yeah, we play Zurich as Venom Inc. as part of our tour. We have to get to FISM in France.
Prison.
We have to go to prison in France.
It's ridiculous.
To play in the afternoon, and so it's flying back and forward, you know.
But that's a commitment. They committed to do the thing with Empire way before the Venom Inc. thing was brought in. They didn't even think to say, okay, Venom Inc. is maybe more important, or is part of the tour, or whatever. They just said, yeah, we've got 2 things to do. How do we do it? How can we make it happen? We can make it happen, so therefore we do it. And that's what the individuals are like. That's what the bands are like. That's what the people are like. That's what we'll always be like. You don't just knock something on the head because something else happens. You do both. If you can do both, you do both.
Well, it's not saying that it's easy.
No,
it's not easy.
It's very, very difficult.
But you know, it's about how you feel. It's about the spirit of the beast, isn't it? You know.
Plus, you get 2 bottles of tequila that day.
And you get 2. I get 2 bottles.
You hadn't thought of that, had you?
I hadn't
thought of that.
Oh, that's great.
That's incredible.
Jeff and Tony are busy with another band, and almost all people are asking themselves what have done Abaddon during all those years. Were you active, musically speaking?
No, it was just the centerfolds, all the centerfolds for Playboy and this kind of thing, and all the porn shoots. That's
like the fruit stuff covering his parts and stuff.
That's all I did. All the centerfold shoots for Playboy, Play Bunny, Hustler.
He had that triple calendar thing. Just to get his cock in, the whole thing,
to
get his cock in. But it was like a 5-page spread thing, fold-out thing. But, you know...
Nothing other than that.
They couldn't put an extra page because it was just too much. I mean, the mag was that thick, just to get the calendar.
Just to get the calendar.
Yeah, so they left his bell end off, but, you know, stuff happens. On some of the editions, they did a little plastic one, like you could get as a gift, didn't it? Like a giveaway thing. You could put on the end of yours and go, oh look, I've got Abaddon's end on, was the kind of thing.
It was alright.
It was limited run.
Yeah, it was
Limited run.
Yeah, very good.
Never get 2 Tonys for one interview.
Really bad idea.
We've actually called Mentis Tony now in the spare time so that we can...
We just call him Tony as well.
Yeah.
It helps.
I will not learn you that another Venom is still touring the world. So, yeah, it's a surprise. I'm
There's
sorry.
2.
What?
There's 2.
What? Bring me the head of that
can't be
cunt.
right.
At the moment, do you have some, maybe not relations, but talking with...
Good, yes, we talk daily, really. Well, okay, not daily. May have exaggerated a little bit. We talk weekly, monthly.
Very weakly.
Very weekly about it. We talk very weekly about the whole thing.
Look, the whole thing with Venom is Conrad's been doing it for a long time, and he's got that version of it, which people like, whatever, and he's doing what he's doing. We're doing what we're doing. As I said before, we didn't decide to call this Venom or Venom Inc. or whatever. Other people decided that, and other people will make the decisions. We stand behind the fact that these songs and this attitude that we have and this soul and this heart that we bring to this music is venomous. And it is real. It's 100% the way it was in that day. Now, if you still feel that the Venom that Conrad's doing has the same amount of guts, the same amount of appeal, the same amount, then there's 2 bands.
Brilliant.
What's hard about that? Go see that band, go see this band. It's a problem.
It's like
nobody's confused.
Yeah.
Nobody looks at Conrad with those other 2 guys and says, oh, I wonder if that's Mandis. It's obviously not fucking Mandis. It's obviously Conrad. It's obviously Conrad's version of the band at the moment. The 2 guys are fucking great players. They're great guys, blah, blah, blah. Do they bring the heart and soul of Venom to that band? I don't decide that. He decides, and the fans decide it. I know for a fucking fact, 100%, we bring it to this band. That's all I've got to do. That's all my job is, to bring it every fucking night, as hard as I can, as heavy as I can.
And I think the thing is, like I said the other day in an interview, is like, people shouldn't look at it and go, it's this or it's that.
No.
It's this
And
it's that.
And it's that, yeah.
You know, and it's like, so you can see Kronos, brilliant. If you're interested in all of the band and all of the new material, and blah, blah, that's their bonus, isn't it? But there's Kronos, there's the man who put the voice to the fucking, those songs, those halcyon, just iconic songs, and there he is singing and playing. But you can also see these guys who were also there. You know, you can have one, but you can't have the other. Who makes that decision? The fans didn't make that decision.
No.
One person made that decision because what, he doesn't like it. Tough shit. Tough shit. At the end of the day, it's like, hang on.
It's because he's threatened by it.
And he doesn't need to be threatened by it.
The problem is,
like, there's nothing you need to prove about anything. You prove to you
what he
already.
What he needs to do is pick up his game. If we're coming in with an A game, and he doesn't feel, if he feels threatened, he needs to pick up his game and come in with his A game. And then everybody wins.
The fans are the only ones who win at the end of the day.
Best Venoms,
the fans are
the 2 craziest fucking Venoms, going like this at each other. That's got to be good.
Yeah.
There's sparks, there's fucking anger. Brilliant. All the fans win.
Or even more venomous.
Yeah.
Even more venomous.
Yes.
You know, bitch slapping everybody,
Absolutely
bitching
brilliant.
and slapping people behind a fucking piece of plastic with fucking keys on it is like, it's girly stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not interested.
Get in the fucking ring,
Just
bring
put
your
boots
band,
on,
get in the ring.
put your boots on, you know, wrap your wrists up and get fucking stuck in there.
Yeah.
That's what the fans want, that's what they want. And that's what we want, and that's what he wants. So let's just get in there, you know, make it one complete venomous fucking world again. You know, it's brutal and it's great, so, you know, I think that's it, really, at the end of the day. More is better. If someone offered me 1 scoop of ice cream and it's my favourite ice cream, and then they say, well, you could have 2.
Pistachio.
Well, if it was pistachio,
That would
it's
could it be? Could it be?
Has it got sprinkles? Has it got
Could it be?
Has it got
Could it be
sprinkles? Has
pistachio?
it got sprinkles?
Could it be
Has
pistachio?
it got sprinkles?
Extra nuts. Could it be?
If it's got
Could it
extra
be?
nuts,
Could it be?
has it
Just
got
say that it could
sprinkles?
be.
I just want sprinkles.
There isn't any here.
Only
There's none.
asking.
No ice cream.
What about hot
Look for
sauce?
the fucking. There's
Has it
pizza.
got hot
Look
sauce?
for the.
Anyway, that's the point.
Yes.
Thank you.
I would have 2 scoops. I'd have 2 scoops, not 1. That's what I'd have. Okay, I'll have his pistachio.
Thank you. I told you.
But I want sprinkles.
Sorry, I'd say.
Did you add a lot of psychotherapy to meet once again each others and to feel comfortable with?
Not initially, but I think we need it now.
Now,
Now we need it.
It was fine before the camera went on.
Yes, exactly. We definitely need someone now. We've been looking, because we're filming the whole thing for a documentary, the whole tour, up into Christmas, like fan footage, and we've got a videographer coming, and hopefully some of this, and we've recorded every night for a live show, and then what we're gonna call it some kind of hamster, and do like a Metallica thing did. We've got a special doctor who's going to come in. Well, actually, she's a nurse from Lisbon. She looked after his tour. She's going to come in, not really talk much shit and stuff like that, but she'll play bass on the next album, like Bob Rock did, and then she'll charge us loads of money. Then we'll have like a kind of an argument on, like, oh, what's the matter with you? Why are you drinking so much? Look, I'm having my own problem. We'll do that whole thing, and then we'll release it. So, you know, I'm thinking some kind of hamster will be like a bit like the Anvil movie, but not like it at all, because Rob Reiner and Lips won't be in there, and we won't end in Japan like Spinal Tap thing. But we also won't have Lars in there. We have got Dave Mustaine who's going to come in just to do a quick scene where he goes, "Man, why am I at the band? Why'd you keep me out of the band again? You were never in the band." But that's quite funny.
Can I take my end to Japan?
You can take your end to Japan, yeah.
That's all right. That's
the one we got on the magazine.
Take it to the end.
The plastic one.
Another one.
BBC documentary about the wildlife.
Yeah.
It's just
some kind of
the sense of humour of every member of the band that's ever been in the band, really, is this type of humour. And every time you get together with somebody, then they just get it. Conrad, I guess, I haven't seen him for a long time, but I guess he's still got the same humour. I hope he has.
Yeah.
I hope all this time of him being the character that he puts forward now, I hope he hasn't lost his humour. I'd like to find that out. The first thing, if somebody said, what would you say if you sat down with Kronos around the table, first thing would be, are we still connected humour-wise? Because that's people, that's person, that's, you know, that's the thing that we always understood each other by. The rest's money, it's bullshit, it's songwriting, that's business. Humour between two people is very important, and it's free. And that would be the one thing, if I could sit with him, you know, have you still got that, or have you lost all that as well?
I did.
Let's see.
The humanity.
Back in the 90s, your current version has stopped after the album The Wastelands. Do you think that almost 20 years later, you are still maybe gaining what missed by that time? Maybe
I personally don't think anything was missing. I think we did a collection of albums which were progressive within each other and got to a point and made a statement. Could there have been another one? Yeah, why not? It didn't happen, but those three together were very strong. It's a very strong period. It's 10 years without Kronos, you forget that, you know, it's a long period. Would we pick up from that again? Very possibly, yeah. I mean, that kind of sonic, the way that the music sounds sonically, I think we would start with another type of primeval, type sound, type attitude, type of vocal aggression, type of lyrical aggression. Yeah, I think we would pick up from that period again. It was a good period. It wasn't second-hand Venom. It wasn't perceived as that. It wasn't received as that. It was received as, fucking hell, Venom's brightened up. Venom's kicking ass.
On its own merit, really.
On its own merit, yeah.
And that period, which is, you know, metal was changing. That was early 90s, and it sort of lost its space. You know, we had indie rock sort of slammed into the UK, you know, Nirvana launched, and then fucking hell, the whole thing, and the new metal was born out of that, and then, you know, the black metal later on, so the whole 90s was changing, you know, that crossover from 80s into the early 90s, you know, metal was not the forefront of anything, where it had been. So, you know, obviously the bigger bands had already gone and they'd gone through, but a lot of bands hit the seashore and were left on the, you know, lying on the shores of Styx.
A lot of labels died, a lot of fucking publishing houses died, a lot of fucking merchandise places died. The music business, from our type of music point of view, took a bit of a beating.
Yeah. I think from my point of view, because of that, there was and you know, Kronos left after Carnival Storm to go to America and pursue his career. It was a kind of like, you know, when we toured together, me and Tony, because he'd done a tour with me in my other band. We toured, and he was the tour manager. And when we got back, there was this deal on the table. Cross had gone, didn't want to do it. He wanted to do his own thing. Fair enough, you know. And Tony was left thinking, fucking hell, what should I do? I'd like to continue it. So that's where he then spoke. And, you know, for me, people go, it must have been difficult for you filling in those shoes. It was like, I don't wear his boots. So it wasn't very difficult. I wear my own fucking boots. So I wasn't filling in for anybody. I was like a fan of the music. I wanted to create the chance to work with these two, the chance to go on stage and sing those iconic songs. I didn't consider anything. Is that naivety? Well, I didn't really think about it. I just like, yeah, fucking get in.
People asked me just, I mean, only a matter of weeks ago, and they haven't asked this before, they only asked this, one person asked this once, and this is what kind of made me understand this situation. The person said to us together in an interview a couple of weeks ago, when you joined Venom, did you consider taking on another name? Like Amanda Secronis and Abaddon? And I had never been asked that before, and they were asking it of Tony, and I was like, whoa, hang on. This makes a lot of sense, because this, when I asked Tony to join, I asked the Demolition Man to join Venom. There was no question of anybody else. That persona was already well-rounded, it knit together. The Demolition Man was him, it was what he was about. There wasn't a question of, well, you join and become, I don't know, fucking ISIS or fucking Osiris. It was just, you are that person, you sing like that person, you play bass like that person. Don't try and be, and I didn't even have to ask that, it was just, will you do this within this framework? Yeah, of course. It was never even a question.
That's kind of how Prime went.
Yeah.
It
was only when somebody asked me, fucking 20 odd years later, i.e. a couple of weeks ago, and they said, did you consider changing your name, or did you ask him to change his name? It's like, no, it was never a thing. He joined as him. Not to fill any boots, not to fucking step in any fucking space.
There was a moment I wanted to be called Rajmento.
Yeah, but that was only fucking some fucking crazy Japanese fucking movie.
I had a t-shirt made, but it didn't go there,
It was a shit fucking Japanese TV program for first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
Rajmento meets...
It was good,
fucking
I thought it was
gargantuan.
good, but they didn't.
It was shit. You had to wear a fucking miniskirt, it was crap.
That's a good, yeah, I like the miniskirt.
And a boob tube, a little,
I had good
little
legs.
pink boob tube.
Legs back then. A pink boob tube.
Pink boob tube, yeah.
Let's not go there. but for me, again, going back to that period was, the reason I said yes was because a world without Venom is not a world anybody should be in. We need a Venom. And whatever guise that is, you know, because it gives you that voice, it gives you that anger, it gives you that power, it gives you that freedom. You know, it's why Venom blew through in the first. And you know, would the whole heavy, the extreme thing have happened anyway? Possibly it might have happened. But Venom ran up to the wall and blew a big fucking hole in it, and they charged through it, and everybody else followed. If they hadn't blown the hole in the wall, maybe nobody would have got over it. And so that's what they should be hailed for. They kicked the fuck out of the wall and it fell down and let everything else happen. And that is Venom. And I didn't want Venom not to exist, you know, and come back like in 30 years time, you know, we'll do a special reunion show, look, loads of pirates, like, spend as much money as you can and we'll take that, put it in our bag and fuck off again. It's like, no, we need it. It's our blood. We need it constantly going. So, you know, while Conrad was doing it for 10 years, great. You know, people would go to me, well, have you heard the fucking album? Yeah. What do you think? I kind of like it. Oh, but it's this, it's that. I go, what do you, well, yeah, but why are you saying you like it? Well, I'm not allowed to like it. Oh, is he going to get a piss at because I said I quite like Metal Black? You know, well, I don't want fucking him to like it. It's like, what? You know? I mean, it's crazy, you know, it's in your blood. That's the thing, that's why Venom fans are Venom fans forever. Forever. There's a loyalty in heavy metal fans. The Venom fans, it's even beyond that. It's even beyond that, you know.
You forget we get asked questions, me and Jeff will get asked questions, and we look at each other blankly. It's like, what about this time in Venom, about that time in Venom? What, do you remember when blah, blah, blah? And we instantly look at each other and we go straight to him. It's like he knows our past better than we do, and he knows what we did, he knows where we were in a headset at that time, in Wallsend or in fucking Newcastle or whatever. And he gets it as much as we do, all of it. Right from the fucking first photograph sessions, right from hanging out at fucking certain graveyards, he gets it better than we do. So when you turn around and you say, where does the relevance come from? Where does the camaraderie come from? Where does the fucking sense of being that member of this band? Every fucking right, every respect. It's to do with the people around the band. We were never a band that fucking had, you know, big management companies telling us what to do or saying, you know, this bass player's got a 7-string bass, but he can only play one, literally. On the song one, it's you know what I mean. It's like you fucking we decide what we do. We live and die by our own mistakes. That's what we're about. That's what we'll always be about.
Venom's never been worried to go with their head down, running straight towards it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've gone and if they fall over, they get straight back up and do it again. You know, they've never been afraid. And that's the beauty of it. There's that life in that. You know, most things in life you want to tell that guy there he's a cunt, but you won't. You'll just stand there and let him push in. But you want to go, you're fucking pushing in, you cunt. Right, but you don't. You know, the guy who just slammed the door on you when you were just about to go in, you want to go, oh, you twat, you just slammed the fuck, but you don't. So because we've got those things that we just keep us in a, just sit here. I know they stood on your toe, but just let it go, you know. But when you want to go, you fucking just stood on my toe, what are you doing? You know, so we're always hemmed in. Venom went, not hemmed in, there is no rules. What do you want to do? Anything. That's liberating.
Yeah.
That's liberating. And that's what we feel. And we want to express that on stage. Just liberate yourself again. Don't stand there and go, well, it's not the original three. Well, why are they doing that? That's off the first album. That's the B-side of it. So I'm like, fucking hell.
It costs.
Do you like it?
It costs enough money to come and see a band. When you come and see this band, throw your inhibitions out the fucking window. Yeah. Just come here, let fucking loose. Just behave like you're fucking 19 again. Go for it. You'll fucking love it.
The same thing.
Fucking love it.
If you want to go and stand in front of Kronos with the other two lads, and you want to go like, well, see, he's still got it, then don't fucking go to the concert.
No.
If you want to come and see us and go, well, let's see what's like then, let's see what compares to, don't fucking come to the concert.
Go to the gigs.
Stay home.
To see Venom, any fucking version of Venom, and fucking rip it up, let loose, and fucking go for it. Your song's in there. If you like Warhead, if you like fucking 1,000 Years, fucking Don't Burn the Witch, it's in there. Just get fucking
everybody's doing everything.
Let loose and be fucking 19 again.
Enjoy it. Yeah.
That's it.
I will be a bit provocative.
You mean you haven't been so far? I thought you were quite provocative. Okay.
You got Empire of Evil in one way playing some Venom stuff,
yeah,
and Venom Inc. also playing Venom stuff. Will it not be much more easier to pack it in one band?
The reason that we did Empire, the whole idea of Empire, when we first began Empire, it was just an idea. We almost just announced that we were going to do something, and people wanted us to come and do shows. So we haven't fucking written any material yet. So it's like, well, we can't come and play it. Well, we could probably do like 10 minutes. So it was like, fucking, what do we do? And then people, when we did, so we started to write stuff quickly so we could play some shows. So we tried to delay it, and we started writing. The first EP had 4 cover songs on because we thought, well, let's put something out. So we did. We wrote 2 songs, and then we put 4 songs on by bands that inspired us to do what we do. And that was kind of the idea, you know. This is where we come from, and this is where we're going, type of thing. But when we then were kind of like show ready, everybody went, are you going to do any Venom songs? It was like, well, no. And they were like, oh, go and play, blah, blah, blah. And it was like, well, and everybody kept asking. It was like, well, what should we do? We went, okay, well, if everybody writes a list of 10 songs, you might like us to play if we're there, and if we played, what would those songs be? So they put a list together, we pulled a few out, and that gave us our live set. We then wrote Crucified, which was about the catalogue that's owned by Universal and the fact that people are having to pay $200 for a piece of fucking plastic, which is a rip-off by these con people who are on the internet. So and Universal wouldn't release the masters of all Venom stuff, so we did Crucified to make it Empire, so we could A, release the material, but B, then play them justifiably in an Empire set, and people wouldn't go, but they're Venom songs. And the interesting thing is that people would go, well, they're not Venom songs, those songs aren't Venom songs, because that wasn't really Venom. And then we released Crucified, and everybody going, you're playing them, they're Venom songs. It's like, for fuck's sake, will you make your mind up? So it's like, they are, they're not, they are, they're not. So we put them in the set to give us a live set. my intention was completely to stop playing Venom songs. You know, maybe put one in as an encore, whatever. But to get the new album finished, so it was purely Empire. And so that's why this was beautiful, because it's like, well, fucking hell, I like playing those songs. Those songs are fucking great. 1,000 Days in Sodom, are you fucking kidding me? Buried Alive, Warhead, fuck off. I mean, what was Satan? Come on, bring it on. I mean, it's a great fucking songs. So to be able to play them is amazing. Now we can play them. Now we can play whatever the fuck we like. We'll write an album, the three of us together, and we can play any songs from the catalogue. That's the idea. I don't give a fuck what period it's from. I don't give a fuck if she was in, he wasn't in, they were lovers, they weren't lovers. Who gives a fuck? It's about the fucking material. That's what we've got, the liberation. So Empire can just be Empire and do whatever it does. The same as Abaddon has his own man, the same as Jeff likes to do drill, he wants to do his next drill thing. Great. Venom Incorporated, that's where the idea come, because an agent went, why don't you call it Venom Incorporated? Because you're all in Venom, and kind of Venom's incorporated in everything you do, and it was like, oh, okay. And even the logo, what do you do about the logo? Fucking hell. He did the original logo, so it was like, well, Kronos uses his version of the logo. If we do Venom Inc. and we use the original logo, then that gives you the time. And of course, when people go, ah, but you're using that, aren't you, to sell shows? Yeah, of course we are. Because if a fucking promoter wants to book you and he wants to sell a show, he'd be a fucking numbnuts if he just put a fucking orange up there,
He's got two members of the band that were in there before fucking Kronos was ever in, when the band was called Venom, before he was even in the band. Why can't we use that? Why can't we use our own logo, my logo? Why can't we use that? Of course we can.
I know it's a sticking point for
people. But don't forget with the Empire thing, and with them playing Venom songs, one thing personally I always said, and I think this is a fact, is if there's two members of Venom, there was only ever three of us, if there's two members of Venom in that band, you've got a right to call it Venom. Tony and Jeff in Empire have got a perfect right, as much as anybody else, to play fucking Venom songs and to go under the banner of ex-Venom or whatever the fuck. You can't take that away. These guys were Venom at that point, and they're 2/3 of it. There's only me that's missing.
Yeah.
So when they're playing these fucking songs, they've got equally the fucking right as anybody else with two members in. The difference with Kronos' Venom is they're on two people. Mm. That's why he tried to get Mike in, and whatever happened there, he tried to get, it doesn't work. Because nobody else works with him in that way. With the guys doing the fucking Empire thing, there were two members of Venom, legitimate members of Venom for 10 fucking years, playing those songs. Well, fucking why not? Why couldn't they?
And because it was on the fans' bequest, they wanted to hear those songs. They wanted to hear more. It was like, well, we can't fucking play more, we've got to play our own stuff. Of course. And then we get people going, like, you should play more Empire songs, and people going, why don't you play more Venom songs?
But you will, as you develop as a band, as you've got time to develop, you write more songs.
Exactly.
Yeah, you maybe hark back to those days, you maybe hark back a bit to a certain song, you maybe play that song. But you've got the freedom because of this fucking 2 out of 3, then that's good enough. That tips the balance. That says, that was Venom at that point, we're good enough. Play the songs, play Crucified, play fucking Paralyzed, fucking go for it.
There's a thinking, you know, that people can get fucking fooled by, you know, listening to diatribes in fucking magazines, and it's like, if I keep repeating it, it becomes real, you'll believe it. It's like, yeah, not really.
The problem with not just Venom, the problem with heavy metal fans is they're fucking intelligent. They like history.
They know everything.
They love history. They love collecting. They love going, no, that wasn't true. Fucking, you know, Paul Giorno was in from blah blah to blah blah.
Yeah.
And you won't know that. Every one of you in any country. So when somebody comes along and says, oh, well, my version of events is I'll just chop that photograph, so there's only me and James Hetfield on this photograph. It's like, yeah, but that wasn't how it was. Yeah. That's not how the band is, not how the band worked, and people know that, people understand that. To turn around and say, well, I did this from there to there to there, it's like, no, you didn't. We all know that, everybody knows that. Don't fucking...
belie in your fans.
Yeah,
you know? Don't
knock the fucking fans down because they know it better than you did. They lived it. It's their fucking life. Don't fucking knock that.
I mean, that's it. You know, we had a full house yesterday. We didn't have a full house today. But we had a great audience, and hopefully they enjoyed it. You know, yesterday they smashed the fucking place to bits. It was amazing. You know, but if we're not doing it right, if we're not, you know, valuable, if what we're doing doesn't have any meaning, we wouldn't have another 3 weeks left of this. We wouldn't have 4 weeks of an American tour coming up. They wouldn't be booking us into South America up until Christmas. We wouldn't be going back to Asia. We wouldn't have a deal on the table for a live album. Fucking hell. They put a deal on the table for a live album.
And three studio albums.
We'd only done 3 fucking shows on the tour, and their deal came in for a live album. I was like, fucking give it a chance, when it just started.
Don't forget that bands these days do stuff on Spotify and whatever, and it goes out and that's it and it's wiped out. We've actually got a deal, an old school deal, to do vinyl, to do, CDs and cassettes and this kind of thing, to go backwards with a proper advance, to look after the band, to look after touring, all this kind of thing. And it's like, it's such a fucking, it doesn't happen to bands. And when you've got a deal on the table, you can always look at other deals. And that's really old school, and that's what we're about. This band acts and behaves in an old school sort of way. To have a record company that will get behind us, huge, really big deal.
Yeah, it means that
proper artwork, proper fucking gatefold sleeves, all this shit, And it's like not just a downloadable giveaway album. People, who are fans will go out and buy it. They'll want it autographed. They'll want it in 20 years' time. Like, we're signing things here that guys have had for fucking years. Yeah. And they want fucking the 3 or 4 fucking special fucking autographs on there. Of course they do. They want that final one on there. Finishes it off.
And we have fans come up, like, they're selective. Again, we're talking about how the fans are. Like last night, they all had shitloads of stuff. They had photos of us and they had, things that I'd featured on, and I signed the things that I'm on. And they don't feel shame to go, I don't hold the pen of a black metal, they go, no, fuck off, you're not. It's like there's an understanding. I go down, that one, turn, and they get the ones, so it's like, it's a joint respect, it's a mutual respect that we've got. They're going like, well, these are classic albums, I need the 3 of these on if I can get them on. It's like, of course you can. Fuck a picture of 3 of them on Welcome to Hell. That was a standalone album. That was something that changed the face of heavy metal. It's like, you don't need fucking me and Billy Bloggs drawing mustaches on each other and fucking writing Mickey Mouse on there. What's all right? Drinking Cox and Dickhead. These people, he writes that. He does that on I've fucking seen the albums that fans are bought. Someone stands in a fucking queue for fucking an hour to get a something signed at Geiselwind. He uses a black pen on the black bit of a black album because he's a cunt. Yeah. And the guy has to go back and go, can you put it on the silver bit? It's like, and then that's a problem. It's like, come on, man. That guy, the same fucking guy who did that, had a fucking tattoo on his neck, black metal head.
He's got black metal head on his fucking throat.
And someone buys
he had to beg Conrad to fucking write on the silver bit.
I think that's wrong. That's fucking wrong.
So you wrote your autograph in black on the black bit. To a fucking fan.
Tattooed it on his fucking skin. It's not like he's bought it in a second-hand shop, but he might
he's queued up.
eBay.
He's queued up, he hasn't pushed to the front, he's queued up to be fucking, meet the guy.
Those are the
met him loads of times.
Those are the things
he's met him loads of times.
It's about the fucking fans, man. It's not about you anymore. It's about the fans. What you did is your legacy. That's what keeps you alive. You can go like, well, I'll walk on any fucking stage because I'm fucking great. It's like,
we spent 30...
The fans don't want you.
30 fucking years trying to get rid of fucking Chalky. He's still fucking here.
He won't go.
He won't go.
Yeah, exactly.
He's still here.
Fucking here.
Those are the things that really, really matter. Not the politics, not the diatribes in the magazine. Not like, a kid came from the Azores and said to me in Pamplona, said, I came from the Azores, I wasn't going to come. Or in Lisbon, came from the Azores, said, I wasn't sure. A young lad. He said, I wasn't sure to come, because I read all the stuff, you and him and that and this. And I was thinking, is it really going to be? And I thought, I should just go. I said, and now what do you think? He was like, fucking was brilliant. I said, there you go. I said, nobody says you can't go to Barrosel's and see the other Venom or anywhere else.
Just go.
And you can come and see us as well.
Yeah, just
There's nobody telling you can't. Just do it. Just do it, Use the power of your fucking mind, So, yeah. Bit provocative, wasn't it? You did say it would be.
You did say it was provocative.
You did say it was going to be.
You didn't say it was 30 minutes of
I
provocative.
can say we would be the provocative ones.
Andon, est-ce que vous avez des questions?
Excellent.
Oh, yeah.
Make it a good one, Michelle. Make it a fucking good one.
Better be good.
Don't just throw this one out.
Better be
Sure,
good.
you've thought about it.
I mean, I'm very grateful for being one of your fans for fucking ages. I understand all your reasons, because I understand, like, you deserve the name of Venom, because you are Venom. Like, Tony is Venom, Jeff is Venom, and you, Tony Dolan, is also part of Venom, and I give my maximum respect for that. Now, my question, but you already answered it. Somebody else decides for you to have the name of Venom Inc. Why you decide to declare the fucking war and to accept it? Because you could play with another name and be so fucking awesome than you are, because you are awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, you're the best metal bands in the world. Yes, two, Venom and Venom Inc. Why did you decide to declare this real war? Or can you...
I don't think, you know what it is, I don't think we did. I think we, because of what we sat down and we kind of threw names around. And Jeff came up with Iron and Steel. I was like, oh, let's call it Die Hard, let's call it Sons of Satan, let's call it all the obvious things. Jeff went Iron and Steel, and I was like, yeah, that works, that's okay. It's very English, it's also very venomous, it's got that thing with...
So you got the lions. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was what we came up with, and it was like, it was other people saying Venom Inc., Venom including, Venom inclusive, Venom blah blah blah. What's going to happen, and you know as well as me, what's going to happen at the end of the night, all the big nights, like last night, all they were shouting, hundreds of people, is Venom, 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 Venom.
that's what we want.
People are going to decide. When you go to the polls and when you vote for fucking Labour or fucking whatever, you vote, and you vote with your fucking feet and with your fucking, your tick in the box. People are shouting, you and your type of people are shouting Venom.
So do you think, Tony Bray, that we have to vote?
Everybody votes every night.
And what should I vote for?
You decide.
'Cause,
In one situation,
Vote
to
white.
one friend, you decide. If you come to us and you stand in our crowd and you shout Venom, Venom, you know that's because you fucking mean it right there. If you don't mean it there, don't shout it.
in my heart, there's place enough for these two awesome bands, and I think the world's gonna burn because there's two fucking mayhem bands in this world, Venom and Venom Inc. And I love them.
But
And I love,
is that not better? Is that not better for you
yeah, I
to
think
have
it's
to
better.
have this again?
Yeah, I think it's better.
Yeah,
I think it's better.
yeah, there you go.
And
I think so.
I think people are in some way are reticent to accept it because they see it as being a war, and that's my whole analogy.
Because
It's not
for
a
me,
war.
you-
It's everybody. We're all at it.
excuse me, Tony. What I want to say also is just like you, raw energy just destroys everything.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
your behavior with your fans is just so foolish. It's amazing. You're a great
but
man.
that's what we all
And
used to be.
That's what I
That's what's
want
different now.
from
He
Kronos.
isn't any fucking different. He's still doing this.
But I
Always.
think Kronos makes a great job.
That's your opinion.
One
That's
guy
fine.
from his.
Yeah, that's fine.
But he can. But
I
that's
haven't-
the beauty of it. He can.
I haven't
Still
been
do it.
in a room with Conrad for fucking 20 years. If I was in a room with him, like we said before, first thing I'd ask him is about humour. But I've never been in a room with him. So when people tell me he does this, oh, Kronos, he does that, I haven't seen that. I don't see that firsthand, so I only take this as bullshit.
So what I
But I
can tell
don't,
for last
but I
year-
see him every day. I see him every day with the fans. I see him every fucking night.
Yeah.
Last one on the
And
fucking
so
bus.
you, us, the fans.
Yeah,
I've
only.
seen you.
Yeah.
We can, me personally, I can decide. Music is very good from Kronos, but
Okay, true.
behavior is better from yours. That's all I got to say. And thank you for that, guys.
Well, you know what?
And
You know
stay
what?
on.
You know what? The music will only get better. The attitude will stay the same. The music will get better and better and better and better.
And last word to say, when I see you now, I can feel the early venom.
I've got a question for you then.
Yeah.
You sat in my fucking car in fucking New Year and you told me Danny was a better drummer than me. Is this still the same? Still the same? In that case, I'm going to rehearse more.
No, Tony Bray.
He's a great guy, he's a great drummer, we know that.
Tony Bray. I'm going to tell you, I think definitely, technically, I think Danny Needham, I love him. I prefer his technique from yours.
Oh.
Yeah. Crushing. What you just done.
Fucking hard.
I'm not agree.
Yeah, but I'm telling you the truth. But you're Abaddon. So Abaddon is the best.
That's good enough for me, mate.
Yeah?
That's good enough. That'll do.
Honestly, I think maybe it's the only two crash. But anyway, his style is a Muppet style, and I love his style. Like I loved yours when you start, and but now I've got enough of yours.
You've seen that enough.
I've had enough of you.
But I think that's the other thing. What you said, Michelle, was nothing about Dante's style or Rage's playing or anything else. Because they're playing the songs and it's still working. People are still going. So you can't really criticise that. It's very difficult for them. Rage, for example, playing the older Venom songs. He's not Mantis, so it's very difficult.
Do you prefer Danny Needham or do you prefer me? In my art, I prefer you, Tony Bray. In technical way, I think Danny Needham is fucking awesome, has got a new style. But I prefer the old style of you. And I prefer you playing like fucking Warhead than anybody else.
But then one more question. Which band do you know where you can turn up as a fan and I'll ask you the same question? No band, you know what I mean? We include absolutely all the fans. You can ask this, it doesn't piss me off.
Not too much.
You can say these things, it doesn't piss me off. You can say all these things and you know that. That's what Venom's about. That's what we're all about. We've always been about.
You without a doubt.
If you say this to fucking, I don't know, somebody from Deep Purple.
And Venom Inc. without a doubt.
If you say this to Deep Purple, you're going to get thrown out. You say this to fucking Led Zeppelin, you'll get thrown out. You say this to fucking the Beatles, you'll get thrown out.
No.
But you can say this in a room with us. It's fair.
I mean, what? Tell me your question again.
It's not a question.
The right question.
It's not a question. What I'm saying is, you're able to sit in a room like this and decide that Danny's better. And it doesn't hurt me. I don't give a shit.
No.
If you do,
I don't
but
decide that
this is the only band where you can say that. You can say to Tony about black metal and blah blah blah, and it doesn't hurt him. He's strong in his own way. We're all strong in our own way.
No, you know what I mean, Tony.
I know what you mean.
When I see Danny Needham, he's got a fucking new style. Like
I'm gonna need to see you with my bunk on the fucking bus tonight. That's all I need to see. You're a big shiny head, like a fucking Malteser.
What you said, Michelle, was I think was quite integral to the whole thing. Was you said, Danny's style. And you prefer that style and that works?
No.
Hold on. Regardless, that's what you said. But you said, but your Abaddon, that's the whole point for me, is Abaddon. That Kronos, Abaddon, Mantis. If you could see them all together, you'd all love it. But if you can't see them all together, one of these people is not making a fucking decision that nobody can see the other two. Yeah. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because he doesn't like it.
Yeah.
I don't think, well, okay, he doesn't like it. So I'll stand there and do whatever I fucking do. You might go, witching out shit with him, it's better with him. You might go, it's as good with him as it is with him. You might go, I actually prefer it better with him. It doesn't matter to me. It's witching her. Here's the guys. So you're seeing all three of them, however you choose to do it. I will not let them not be seen. And if people want to throw bricks on me, fucking throw away. I don't give a shit. But no one person should make a decision for the fans.
Yeah.
I don't want that. Okay, you don't want that. Well, I don't want you to do it either. No, you haven't got that choice. But the fans want to see it, they should have the right.
And you've been always right since this fucking 35 years. You've been always right. That's what's the matter.
It's a long time.
Well,
Yeah, it's
what I would have loved to have seen is on the anniversaries of Welcome Hell and Black Metal, was them to do a concert of Vakken or something,
Yeah.
and start with Clive Archer coming out and take the whole everybody.
Yeah.
I want to show the community between everybody.
Yeah.
I had the last question. I had the last question because the fan that we see tonight on the parking told me that. He told me, "Oh, it's Venom Inc. playing tonight. Is that a tribute band?" And I was fucking. No, it's not a fucking tribute band. It's Venom. There's two of them playing in the band. It's Venom. I mean, what you have to do is just to say that you're not a tribute band. You're Venom and you're the original members of Venom, and you have to.
To be fair,
You have to really.
To be fair, if you've got, and this is only my personal opinion, if you've got Kronos with two guys who don't play metal, every weekend these two guys from Venom play in tribute bands, Bon Jovi, Slayer, whatever, they play in tribute bands, right? When they come back to being in Venom, they play Venom as if they're in a tribute band, right?
Yeah.
Now, me and Mantis can't do that. We only play Venom the way we played Venom at the very beginning.
No.
That's how we play.
my
We are
question-
not a tribute band. The tribute band is the other guys.
I
It's
know
one
you're
person.
not a tribute bands.
Well, okay, it's one person with the two guys
But
that play
I'm-
in tribute bands.
My question is, what are you gonna do to say now we're not a Venom?
You know what I'm going to do?
Tribute band.
Do you know what I'm going to do?
I think what we need us for, like
Do you know?
fans,
Do you know what?
new songs.
Do you know what I'm going to do?
New songs.
I'm going to go to bed tonight, pissed. I'm going to get up tomorrow in a different city, and I'm going to kick the fucking living shit out of my fucking kit, my Ludwig old kit from 1983. I'm going to beat the shit out of it, and then I'm going to do it again the next night, and again the next night, and again the next night. I'm going to write some more songs. And we're going to get in the studio, and we're going to do it like we did it old school. We're going to fucking record in a big room with a big drum kit, and we're going to fucking do it again. No bedroom fucking little bullshit, no little fucking laptops and this crap. Big band, in a studio, lots of mics. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah, cheers.
You're
Thanks
not-
very much.
You're not going to
And,
fucking see a fucking tribute band.
No, I know you're not a fucking tribute bands.
And yeah, what
You
I
are.
have to say is that Tony has a great voice.
Oh,
Like
thank
your
you.
voice, guy.
Better and better.
Thank you. You know, all I want to try and get is to that. I want to get to touch the spirit of it. Do you know what I mean?
The guts.
Try and create something that's. Just want to get to the spirit of it, and I think if we can do that, it makes us all feel young again, including us. And if the spirit's there, fucking, we never lose the spirit. We have it. It just gets pushed down, and
We can
age,
see you have it.
It gets lost.
Like
and I want to
you
bring it
can-
back.
You can hear you have it. The spirit is here. The new, the new old spirit is here.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
I can feel like Venom Inc. is just like Venom as its beginning.
Yeah.
That- I
You
can-
were amongst it. You were in fucking North Shields.
Yeah.
You grew up with it. You went to rehearsals.
Yeah.
You got to fucking get pissed with everybody. You got to fucking wake up with a shitty breakfast. You know all about it.
Yeah.
So you live it the same way we live it. You get it.
Yeah.
Anybody in the world gets it. You fucking get
That's
it.
why I love you guys.
You get it.
You know,
That's what I'm good at.
it's
We know.
what's really important is use. That's what's important. Use. And the music that brought us all together, and brought me together, and them together. You know, when you're in a band, you don't know what the fuck's happening. You're in a band, and people like some of your stuff and don't like some of your other stuff, and they like a concert here and they don't like the concert there. And you know, all you do is you just keep going if you enjoy it and you're in a band, and all of a sudden it becomes something. Then it became such a big thing. Nobody inside knew what the fuck was going on, and nobody outside could control it. It just happened, and it's that halcyon spirit that just keeps it alive.
As fans, as Venom fans, loads of Venom fans are just possessed by the original voice, like
Of course.
which is Kronos' voice.
Of course.
But me, like I know you from your first beginning with Atomcraft and
Yeah.
all of the stuff, and I can say you just like first amazing friends, second amazing musicians and very talented musicians, and straight guys, like you're always in your fucking way, and since 35 years you haven't changed a bit of your way. I didn't know you when you were in Atomcraft, and it was so amazing, and now I seen you in Venom, and like I said, you deserve this name, and you deserve all the stuff was around. And so for me, it's like Jeff can say, maximum respect for musicians like you, who's been touring all around the world for fucking 35 years.
We're flying the flag for all of us.
All of us.
We're flying the flag for all of us. We want to keep this bit alive for everybody. You know, not drop the ball. If Conrad does 6 gigs a year and we do 60, it's not going, well, they only do 6, but you do 60. It's like, it's not a competition. It's not a competition.
It's just more.
It's
It's
like
just some more stuff.
More.
It's more Venom.
We want to keep the spirit alive,
Yeah.
all of us.
Yeah.
You know, and like I've said to people before, fans in particular, I don't give a fuck when you latched into Venom. As long as you latched into Venom, it doesn't matter. Because if you latch in on Calm Before the Storm, you have this fucking glorious back catalogue to get, and you have this glorious front catalogue you can delve into. If you go in Primeval, look at the history, just start going back, turn the pages. Fucking hell, you'll shit yourself when you get to the beginning. But look, you've got all what's happening now. It's not being dropped, it's not being shamed, it's all being hailed
But-
as great.
I mean, deeply in my heart, I know this band needs more respect than the other one, because it gives sweat, blood.
Whatever.
You know, look,
We won't stop giving that sweat and that blood just because we deserve to have it. We'll just do it because we do it.
Yeah.
Come and see us next week in fucking, I don't know, Milan or wherever the fuck we are. We'll still be doing this. We'll still be
Invite
doing
me
it
again?
with the same
Will
bollocks.
you invite me again?
Yeah, no.
I would.
No, you can fuck off. Are you even listening to your own fucking words? I've had 35 years of you, you little cunt. Fuck off, finally, just go away.
But you said about the blood, sweat and tears. You said about the blood, sweat and tears. You know, if you have the best looking car in the world, there's an engine inside of that. And it's covered in shit. It doesn't look nice. And you're driving it around, but it's the engine.
Yeah,
You know?
it's all about the engine.
You know, so we you know, if we're the engine to the beautiful look of the whole sleek mobile, then great, you know. We all should be driving the thing. We all should be driving the thing.
Yeah.
It's not about
Totally.
disseminating it so it's one or that or the other. It's all of it. All
Right.
It's the beauty.
I wish success to
Thank you very much.
Have a lovely
Thanks a lot.
and all the best, mates. You're the best. Venom rules. I mean, rules all the
Oh yeah.
Was it done?
I just hope we don't fucking die before we finish this tour.
Oh, this